Would you like to see a small paradise? Let's explore then. Brasov, Romania. A beautiful place to live. Located near the peaks of the southern Carpathian Mountains and with Gothic, Baroque and Renaissance architecture, Brasov is one of the most beautiful and visited places in Romania. Brasov was founded, in 1211, by the Teutonic Knights, on an ancient site. In the 13th century Brasov was settled by the Saxons, and shortly became one of Transylvania's 7 walled citadels. The location of the city at the intersection of trade routes linking the Ottoman Empire and Western Europe, together with friendly tax regime, allowed Saxon merchants to obtain considerable wealth and exert strong political influence in the region. This was also reflected in the city's name, Kronstadt, in the German language, or Corona, in the Latin language, meaning the crown city. Strong fortifications defending towers were erected and maintained with funding provided the town's craft guilds. Brasov is home to one of the narrowest streets in Europe. The Rope Street, Stratosphori, is approximately 4 feet wide. This street was initially used as an access route by firefighters. Nearby, there are towering mountains, rolling fields, thick forests, and villages with fortified churches. The Council Square. Located at the heart of old medieval Brasov and lined with beautiful red-roofed merchant houses, the Council Square is a nice place to rest and watch the locals and visitors. The Old Town Hall Square, Piazza Sfătului, is lined by colorfully painted and richly ornately Baroque structures. The Old Town Hall. Built in 1420, Casa Sfătului served for several centuries as meeting place for the town's council members. At the beginning of the 17th century, the building's watchtower became the place from which a trumpeter announced the top of the hour and hence nicknamed Trumpeter's Tower. Today, the Old Town Hall houses Brasov's History Museum. The Black Church. Near the Town Hall Square, there is an impressive church, built between 1385 and 1477. It is the Black Church, Biserica Neagră, the largest Gothic structure in Romania, got its name from the appearance of its exterior walls, darkened by the flames and smoke of the Great Fire of 1689. The restoration took almost 100 years. The impressive interior of the church houses one of the largest pipe organs in the Eastern Europe, and a unique collection of medieval carpets. The Black Church is the largest Gothic church between Vienna and Istanbul. The 7 tons bell of the church is the largest, and heaviest, in Romania. The interior is beautiful, with balconies, stained glass windows, an enormous organ, stone columns and walls, adorned with fabulous Turkish carpets. The church windows have recently been fitted out with special UV filtering glass to protect the Anatolian carpets. The collection is the largest of its kind in Europe. Listen to the impressive 4,000 pipe organ dating from 1839. Organ concerts are offered several times a week during touristic season. Brasov's defensive fortifications. Ever since Saxon settlers arrived in the early 12th century, invading Mongols, Turks, and others, they gave them a tough time, repeatedly destroying the old settlements. Thereafter, the Saxons set themselves to building fortifications around their town. Most work was done between 1400 and 1650, when outer and inner walls were erected, together with massive defense towers and gates. Part of the defensive wall, once 40 feet high, 7 feet thick and 2 miles long, can still be seen today, though most was taken down in the 19th century to make room for the city's expansion. If you like what you see, please give it a thumbs up. If you have any comment, leave it in the comments section below. If you subscribe, you will motivate me to make more videos with more information for you. The Graft Bastion. The newly restored 16th century Graft Bastion, 1521, has 4 levels, accessible through interior staircases. Levels 2, 3, and 4 host an array of medieval artifacts exhibits, while Level 1 serves as a rest area for visitors. The White Tower. Located near the Graft Bastion, the semicircular White Tower was completed in 1494. A wooden staircase spirals up 4 levels, offering a great view of the old town. Located high on a hill, you will have to climb some 200 steps to reach it. The Black Tower. The squared Black Tower, also built in 1494, stands atop a rock near the blacksmith's bastion. The tower received its name from a severe fire in 1559 when it was struck by lightning. Recently renovated and boasting a pyramid-shaped glass roof, the Black Tower houses a small war-related artifacts museum. There are 4 floors inside, each reached by a narrow wooden ladder. Climb all the way to the top for a panoramic view of the Black Church. The Blacksmith's Bastion. First attested in 1529, the Blacksmith's Bastion is now home to the Brasov archives, which hosts more than 100,000 old and rare documents, including 80 valuable 14th to 16th centuries letters. Catherine's Gate. Catherine's Gate, erected in 1559 by the Tailors' Guild, is the only original gate to have survived from the medieval times. The fairy tale tower we see today was part of a bigger structure, which unfortunately was demolished in 1827. The 4 small corner turrets, as seen in other Saxon citadels, symbolize the judicial autonomy of the town council, which could apply, if necessary, the death penalty. Above the entrance, the tower bears the city's coat of arms, a crown on a tree trunk. Schei Gate. In the Middle Ages, it was the only entrance for the Romanians living in Schei. They were not allowed to use any of the other entrances. The structure standing today was built in 1827 by the Emperor Franz I and replaced the old Schei Gate, which had been heavily damaged by fires. The gate resembles a triumphal arch with 3 openings. Above the small arches on both sides, you can see Latin inscriptions. Brasov Fortress. Strategically located on a hill overlooking the town and the plains to the north, the citadel was part of Brasov's outer fortification system. Built in wood in 1524, it was replaced with a stone structure in the 16th century, only to be abandoned in the 17th century after technological innovations made cannons stronger than the building. Today, it serves as a restaurant. The Weaver's Bastion. Built during 1421, 1436, and rebuilt in 1570, 1573, Weaver's Bastion is the largest medieval bastion in Brasov and the best preserved amongst the 7 original watchtowers constructed around the city walls. Today, the Weaver's Bastion houses an interesting museum that can be visited on the way up to Tampa Mountain. Tampa Mountain. Brasov is often referred to as the city at the foot of Mount Tampa. Above the Weaver's Bastion, along the southeastern side of the fortress walls, there is an alley, Alia Tb Ria Bradicianu, shaded by old trees and dotted with benches. From here, one can hike to the top of Tampa Mountain, where the original defensive fortress was built. When Vlad Tepes, the Impaler, attacked Brasov in 1458, the citadel was destroyed. 40 merchants who refused to pay trade taxes were impaled, of course, on top of the mountain. Walking to the top takes about an hour. Just follow the red triangle marked trail that begins at the cable car, lower boarding point, or the yellow triangle marked trail which continues from the Brădice Unu alley. Those in a hurry or not in the mood for a little hiking can take the cable car to the peak of the mountain, 3,200 feet high. The Tampa Cable Car. Trip duration, 2 minutes and 30 seconds. The great views of Brasov from the top of the Tampa mountain are superb. The end point of the cable car is located 1,400 feet above the city. The not so good Tampa cable car looks a little old. It was built in 1971. The Schei district. During the Saxon rule of Brasov, from the 13th to the 17th century, Romanians were forbidden from owning property inside the citadel walls, and so they settled in the southwestern Schei district. Romanians could only enter the town at certain times, and had to pay a toll at the gate for the privilege of selling their products inside the citadel. Every spring, thousands of Romanians gather at Solomon's Rocks for a massive picnic and sing-along. After following the traditional Juni Brasov Volui procession through town, this festival celebrates the fact that only one day a year Romanians were allowed to enter the Saxon town freely. Walk up Strada Prun du Lui to Piazza Unirii, and the beautiful St. Nicholas Church, then wander around the small curving streets that gradually slope upwards against the hill. Continue to the southern end of Schei, and you will end up on the gravel road to the impressive Solomon's Rocks, Pietre la Lui Solomon, a popular picnic area for locals during the weekend, but relatively quiet all other times. St. Nicholas Orthodox Church. St. Nicholas Church dominates the Schei district. First built in wood in 1392, replaced with a stone structure in 1495, and considerably expanded in the 18th century, the church is a true architectural masterpiece. With a mix of Byzantine, Baroque and Gothic styles, it features a slender tower and 4 corner towers. Like other medieval churches, it is surrounded by protective walls with large wooden gates. The enclosure shelters a small old cemetery, where several prominent people of Romania are buried. The first Romanian school, now a museum, the library, and the archives of St. Nicholas Church are, also, found on nearby grounds. If you like what you see, please give it a thumbs up. If you have any comment, leave it in the comments section below. If you subscribe, you will motivate me to make more videos with more information for you. Jewish Brasov. Jews have lived in Brasov since 1807, when Rabbi Aaron ben Jehuda was given permission to live in the city, a privilege until then granted only to Saxons. The Jewish community of Brasov was officially founded 19 years later, followed by the first Jewish school in 1864, and the building of the synagogue in 1901. The Jewish population of Brasov expanded rapidly to 1,280 people in 1910, and 4,000 in 1940. Today, the community has about 230 members, after many families left for Israel between World War II and 1989. The Brasov Ethnographic Museum. The Ethnographic Museum exhibits silver jewelry crafted in Brasov during the 16th century, fur and sheepskin coats and other folk costumes, black and white photographs that illustrate exactly how they were worn and by whom. The museum also presents the evolution of weaving from an old spinning wheel to a mechanized loom. The first Romanian School Museum. Housed on the grounds of St. Nicholas Church, this was for centuries one of the leading learning centers of the Romanian people. The printing press that opened here in 1556 produced some of the first books written in Romanian. The museum hosts a compelling legacy. More than 4,000 rare books, many printed or copied by hand right here, several hundreds rare documents, the oldest Bible, printed on goat skin, and much more. It took 20 workers and 8 translators months to finish just one book. From Brasov you can make nearby trips and visit interesting places. Poiana Brasov. A very beautiful place is Poiana Brasov, 5 miles southwest of Brasov. Access: bus number 20 leaves every half hour from the Livada Paști bus station. A 15-minute drive or a 30-minute bus ride from Brasov leads to Poiana Brasov, 3,300 feet, a mountaintop ski and summer resort. During winter months, Poiana Brasov offers some of the best skiing in Romania. In the summer, It is a great place for hikers to launch treks into the southern Carpathian Mountains. For a panoramic view of Brasov and the more distant Schei Mountains, take the cable car to the summit of the Postavaru Mountain, 5,756 feet. Hollywood celebrities Jude Law, Renee Zellweger, and Nicole Kidman relaxed in Poiana Brasov after shooting the film Cold Mountain on location in nearby fields and farms. Rashnov Fortress. Another interesting place is the Rashnov Fortress, 9 miles southwest of Brasov. Access, car, bus. Included by the fathermag.com in the list of top 50 destinations in Europe that every kid and family should experience at least once in their lifetime. Dino Park, Rashnov, close to Brasov, is the place to be for kids that are fascinated by dinosaurs. While hiking and trekking through the park, visitors will see over 100 models of real-sized dinosaurs. There are many playgrounds, tree houses, adventure trails, laser labyrinths, state-of-the-art cinemas, as well as virtual reality interactive areas, and an erupting interactive volcano. Bron Dracula's Castle. Another interesting place is Bron Dracula Castle, 16 miles southwest of Brasov. Access, car, bus. Buses to Bron leave from Brasov's bus terminal number 2 Autogara Bar to Lomayu. Approximate travel time to Bron 45 minutes. The fortified church at Prejmer. Another interesting place is Church of Prejmer, 6 miles northeast of Brasov. Access, car, bus, train. Prejmer is a short train journey from Brasov on the line towards Svantulge or Gay. The Zarneshti Bear Sanctuary. Another interesting point of attraction is the Zarneshti Bear Sanctuary, 23 miles west of Brasov. Access, car, bus, train. The medieval town of Sighișoara. Another beautiful old town is Sighișoara, 72 miles northeast of Brasov. Access, car, bus, train, approximately 2 hours away. Făgăraș Fortress. Another place to visit is the Făgăraș Fortress, 45 miles west of Brasov. Access, car, bus, train, approximately 1 hour and a half away. Păleș Castle. Another place to visit is the Păleș Castle in Sinaia, 40 miles south of Brasov. Access, car, train, approximately 1 hour away. At the end of this short presentation, let us see the most important cultural events. Brasov's festivals events are as follows. The Brasov's Lads Annual Parade, first Sunday following the Orthodox Easter. The International Chamber Music Festival, hosted in September. Brasov Oktoberfest, Beer Festival, hosted in September. The Annual International Jazz Festival, hosted in November. The Contemporary Drama Festival, hosted in November. And the Annual Brasov Christmas Market, hosted in December.